These male elk are right at home on this reclaimed surface coal mine in Mingo County, West Virginia. Around 80 elk roam the Tomblin Wildlife Management Area in Mingo and Logan counties.
The word that's commonly associated with it is majestic. You know, they hold their heads high, they're proud, and they kind of prance more than run.
I had never seen elk before, so in mid-October I went out looking for them with Randy Kelly. He's a wildlife biologist and the elk project leader for the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources.
You got to be out here to get opportunities to see it.
The DNR started bringing elk back to the Mountain State in 2016 from a facility in western Kentucky.
And we did our first stalking in 2016 where we released 24 elk from land between the lakes.
In 2018, 15 more elk from western Kentucky and 46 from Arizona were released in the Tomblin Wildlife Management Area. The elk had to be quarantined in this holding pen in Logan County first. Not all of them survived. Some died while in transit or quarantine. And around 1/3 of the Arizona elk died from a parasite after eating snails that had consumed brainworm eggs.
This summer we've not had those kind of issues. We have lost an elk or two, but it's more in line with what we expected.
Kelly says this rugged terrain is good for the elk.
What the coal mining's done in southern West Virginia is create some early successional habitats, some grasses and things like that, a lot of forbs.
The male elk are called bulls, the female elk cows. We visited the elk toward the end of their mating season. Kelly says about 15 calves have been born here each of the past 2 summers.
This has been so much fun tracking these elk. We've been out here for about 2 hours now, and just a few moments ago, we're at a place called Rattlesnake Point. I saw 2 bulls about 70 yards away from me here. I'm going to show you some video now that I just shot with my iPhone camera. Just amazing to see these creatures up close and personal.
Those are 3 to 4 year old bulls, so they're going to weigh probably 650 pounds, probably somewhere in that neighborhood.
Kelly says the older, bigger bulls can weigh between 800 and 1,000 pounds. They like to establish their dominance in the herd.
When somebody hears one bugle for the first time, I like to tell them, welcome to West Virginia elk country, because that's exactly what it has become.
Most of the elk have radio collars with transmitters and are tracked on a laptop computer. West Virginia state parks have hosted popular elk tours in years past, but they were canceled this year due to COVID-19. The wildlife area, however, is open to the public.
As far as seeing elk, you might have to walk a little ways to get to see that for a little bit longer. We're working on those access issues, and we'll resolve those as the mining operations move and complete in some areas.
The DNR hopes to have an elk hunting season someday, but that's still years away. Meanwhile, Kelly believes the elk herd will eventually generate millions of dollars from tourists who come to southern West Virginia to see them.